Hey, welcome back to Black Lab Garage. While putting this old school 302 together, I got to thinking a lot of people get confused on the Ford mechanical fuel pump eccentrics. There's several different variations in them, but it's not really as bad as you think. One piece, two piece, but there's also variations on them. So let me try to clear that up for you. You ready? Come on, let's get into it. Alright, first let's go over the one-piece fuel pump eccentrics. This one right here, this is for an FE. And FEs use a 7/16 bolt to hold it onto the camshaft rather than the small block and 429 460, which used a 3/8 bolt. So this one's pretty recognizable by itself. So we'll move that into the side. Now, here's your standard small block Ford one-piece fuel pump eccentric. Here's one for a 429 460. You notice there's something missing here. The hole for the dowel pin. Okay. For whatever reason, Ford didn't use those on the 429 460s. They just had the bolt holding it in place, and apparently some kind of what they thought was high-tech adhesive to help hold it. I'm not fond of that. I know they say they work fine with just the bolt, but I would have it drilled for the dowel pin to come through it, or you can use one for a small block in its place. This is what Ford used till sometime in 1972. Then they went to the two-piece eccentric. And really, this is a better design. I mean, it's not as heavy, but as far as wearing, this one's better. So, how do you tell which one that you actually need? Well, that depends on your camshaft sprocket. Okay, right here are two upper timing sprockets for a small block Ford. They look pretty well identical except for this area right here. See this big round part, and you see this one doesn't really have it. That's what determines which fuel pump eccentric you need. This one, if it doesn't have the big circle, this one uses a two-piece, because there's a little tab on the back right here, and it goes into that dowel pin hole, and you put a bolt in it. And as it's running, the inside one pretty much stays stationary, and the outside one spins. And see, it cuts down on friction, whereas the other one just is fixed and just slaps the arm as it comes around, and it'll wear more. I mean, that's why I say this really is a better design, but for high performance use, I wouldn't use it. You can, but I wouldn't. Now, where people get in trouble is they try to use these on this timing set. And you see that big round part, when you tighten that down, it binds this down. See, look, I can't spin it now. These were not made to be fixed in place. So you cannot use those if your timing set looks like this. And it doesn't matter if it's small block, big block, whatever. If it has this, then it's made for a one piece. Now, if you put the one piece on this one, well, then it don't have the support. I mean, yeah, it's got the bolt in it, but it doesn't have the support behind it on each side. So it could start wobbling sideways and wearing and break the bolt off. So you've got to match your eccentric with the sprocket. That's the biggest problem. I do want to add that it doesn't matter if it's a double roller or just an old single row chain. That area in the middle where the eccentric rides, it's still the same principle. Doesn't matter what type of chain it is. This is an old factory Ford time set for the one-piece eccentric. I just wanted to throw that in there right fast. Doesn't matter what type of chain it is. Now there is one other difference that I even talked about. Dowel pins. Which dowel pin you use is determined by the sprocket and the eccentric you use. This pin here is about 1 inch long. Like I said, it's made for the two-piece eccentric. And when it's installed in the engine, in the camshaft, and you got your sprocket on, it'll be recessed back like that. The reason being, this tab has to go into that hole. And I missed the hole. There we go. And put your bolt in. See, it's allowed to turn freely. That's the way you want it with the two-piece. Now this one over here, the reason you have to have a longer pin, this one here is about 1 3/8. This is a factory Ford pin here actually. You can buy them up to 1.5 inches. The reason being, not all aftermarket camshaft manufacturers machine the hole in their camshaft to the same depth. Some are a little longer, so you're going to need anywhere from 1 3/8 to 1.5 inches pin for the one piece. But when they are installed, it will stick out of the sprocket. And the reason being is because it has to stick through, which it ain't going to stick through that much. Let me pick it up here a little bit. It'll stick through pretty much flush. It might protrude just a little bit, which is okay because you've got your bolt and washer. But that's why you have to have a longer pin for the one piece, because that dowel pin holds it in addition to the bolt. The tab holds this one in addition to the bolt. That's why you have to match the dowel pin to the sprocket, which also has to match your eccentric. So are we clear as mud now? No, it's really not that bad. I mean, it's a little confusing at first, but I mean, it's the main three things is you have to match your sprocket and your dowel pin and the eccentric. Just match those three and you're fine. So I hope this helps some of you. Take a minute, hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and stay tuned. Me and the pups will be back with some more Ford tips, tricks, and know-how, and listen to more Goose Creek. See you.